Just got home from work. We have about a week before this little guy has to go get his health check. So they have to be tattooed and registered, which he just got registered, and now I have to tattoo him. So make sure you register them first and then you tattoo them. That is a requirement by ADGA. So I'm just cleaning up the tattoo pliers. I always keep my letters and numbers that I tattoo with, and you know, I soak them for a little bit in alcohol to kill any germs. Hello goat lovers, this is Crystal with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats. What started with 4 chickens and 2 goats quickly grew into a lifestyle. So we moved, got more land, and of course, more goats. Follow our adventures as we grow our herd, our food, and our family. That's soaking. You got to get the inside and outside of the ear really good also. Alright buddy, so what we're looking for in their ear, which he doesn't want touched, they have a large spot right in the middle. So there are veins that run, it's stuck to me. They got these veins, and you don't want to hit one of those veins if you can see them, because they'll bleed. It won't kill them, but just try not to, so to avoid any excess bleeding. So, with his wiggling self, you're a stinker. You don't like your ears touched. Hold on tight, boy. Oh. Maybe. Oh. Calm down. Is that better? Yes. I can't stand on you. Okay. Try this again. If you can fold it over, do so. Make sure it's positioned. Clamp. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I know. L8. Perfect. One more time, buddy. And he is done. I'm sorry. Look at your beard. Look at the beard. Alright, so it's not very hard to do, guys, but something that is necessary if you want to register them, which we have registered show stock. So obviously ours are getting tattooed. And this boy will be ready for his vet check to go, he's going to be going to northern Idaho on the Canadian border. So, pretty cool. And if you guys need any of these supplies, if you have animals that you need to tattoo, then I'll make sure to put the link in the description of the video below. Are you okay? You okay?
So the girls have been over here for 12 days. It's time to move them to greener pastures. So the girls are in their new pen, and they waste no time going to work. Going right at their favorites. Well, the girls are eating for free. The other goats don't. So let's go get some hay. Hay is not cheap in Arizona. And that much more at the Walmart. And this will keep Crystal's operation going for at least a couple more weeks.
So as you guys saw, Darren and Derek moved the girls, or moved their area to graze. So I'm gonna go check on them. They're happy. Hey girls. We got some cloud cover. Man, it was hot before that sun got covered up. That'll come back out though. Not much rain this last week. What are you girls doing? I see everybody's currently getting along. Yep, so we got this new area to graze off. Pretty cool what they did in here though. Check it out, guys. How they trim up a tree is awesome. There's still some grass back there in the back corner, but now they'll do it to this area. How you doing, May? So the girls have been getting pretty feisty with each other lately, the past couple of weeks. So it is a combination of things. They are, you know, believe it or not, breeding season, rut, and all of that good stuff is just a couple months away, if not less. So, you know, their heat cycles are getting a little bit stronger, so they're getting a little bit crankier with one another. And, you know, it's not called pecking order, if you will, for goats, but, you know, how chickens have a pecking order. Like, they have a, you know, they want to know who's dominant, so they will always test it. And, you know, as we have a lot of yearlings in here, so they're wanting to try it out and test it. And, you know, Anna's a couple years old, so she's wanting to try and test and see, you know, who can be in charge. So there's a lot of that going on as well. So they want to know who's the most dominant and letting each other know, you know, and fighting for that ranking. So, hasn't been too much action out of them today as far as that's concerned. I don't know if you guys saw, those of you who follow saw on, you know, the couple of fights that we've shown on Goat Vlog. So, Anna was trying to tell everybody she was in charge. And she had a really good fight with Little Bit, but then the girls, you know, Anna got a little too big-headed, if you will, so the girls are going to put her in her place, not allow that. So go ahead and check out, if you guys haven't already, we do have a Goat Vlog YouTube channel, and I'll have it linked in the description below, but where it's just the goaties, so check it out. What are you doing, Lodi? Laura. What are you doing? Hey. Abilene. Cuties. Hopefully we'll have these girls grazing soon too. Huh. About time for you guys to join the herd. Yes. Get away from all those trees you're killing. I love those trees. Get all the beans growing on them. These here beans are a huge hit with the goats. And they get all dried up. Here's a couple getting hard and dry. Let's see. You want one, Laura? Yes, she does. They're delicious. So, all of those will be ready not long from now. Well, the ranch truck battery went dead. Probably not yet. Hey, boys. So in a week, the family devoured our first Parmesan cheddar. It was really, really good, you guys. It had a really great flavor. You know, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like a cheddar though. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to research and figure out what exactly I can do different maybe. Some people were suggesting maybe I pressed it too much, which I don't think you can overpress a cheddar. I've heard that. I don't know. But anyway, I think what I should have done is let it sit longer, which I was being impatient, and the next cheese is going to sit a lot longer. Kristen from Hammock Haven Farms, I said it right. Anyway, she was saying about 10 months it starts getting creamier, and with the goat's milk, you know, obviously it's going to be different than with a cow's milk, but with the goat's milk, you know, if you're looking for a creamier cheese, so this is something that happens with her as well. But anyway, if you want a creamier cheese, you're looking for the Jacks and the Colbys. So, that being said, it was still a really big hit. this is all we got. And it grated really, really well, you guys. It was like a Parmesan. It didn't melt very well either, though. So it was delicious just plain, and it was also very, very delicious on our salad. So anyway, that's the update on what's left of the jack. So this is the pepper jack. It's dried. I'm going to wax it. And you know, this one has to sit for at least a couple months too. This one's really springy, so hopefully it'll be a good creamy cheese. And look at it. You can see the peppers from the outside. They're just kind of drying and whatnot. So, all right, I'm going to get this one waxed. And while I'm waiting for my wax to heat up, it is hot, you guys. It is so hot. It's like 110. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to make some ice cream. So maybe tomorrow I'll get to another cheddar or Jack or Colby. I don't know. Hopefully. But either way, while the wax is heating up, we're going to make some ice cream. So. Okay, so Miss Emily's going to help her mama today. We got some milk over here. Emily, you want to explain what's going on?
We are making ice cream and chocolate ice cream.
We're going to make some hot cocoa ice cream. I'll leave the recipe in the description below. We do have a video on that. In that recipe we add brownies. We don't have brownies today, so whatever. So, in this pan, we got 2 cups of milk. This is going to be for the hot cocoa. So Emily's going to get that good and warm so we can add the hot cocoa in it. And here over in my pan is just another, it's a larger pan, it's just another 2 cups of milk that I'm going to start getting warm as well. What ingredients do we need for this hot cocoa ice cream, baby?
2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed in with a tablespoon of water, about a teaspoon of vanilla.
That's pure vanilla. If you guys have the imitation, you're going to want probably 2.
Yeah. And homemade
2/3 cup of hot cocoa.
2/3 cup of hot cocoa. And
2/3 cup of sugar.
2/3 cup of sugar. And 3 beaten up eggs. Farm fresh.
Farm fresh eggs. Alright, so just like that, that's about as simple as it gets, guys, for ice cream. So this is a custard ice cream. Alright, I'm going to have Emily stir the cornstarch and water mixture. Pour it into the cold milk. This is 2 cups of cold milk. Alright, baby, put it in there and whisk it together.
This is very dangerous.
Alright, whisk it in there really good. Emily, what's your next move?
Pouring the hot cocoa in the ice cream.
In the milk. She's got her milk good and warm, so she's going to stir in her hot cocoa.
Hopefully this turns out well.
It should. It's just hot cocoa.
And it will turn.
Okay, so the cornstarch milk is a little bit warm. I'm going to add the sugar in so it dissolves. And Emily's is all ready over here. The hot cocoa. I'm just going to get this to a boil for 2 minutes so that it thickens up real good, and then we are going to temper our farm fresh eggs into this and make our custard. Alright, I got that good and thick. We're going to add the hot cocoa to it very carefully. You got it?
Yep.
Alright, now we got to temper the eggs so that doesn't get ruined. Ready, Emily?
Yep.
Stir, stir, stir.
Why is it blue?
Hmm?
How cocoa?
Looks brown to me. Alright, so once we get those eggs tempered, we're just going to add it in here. We're going to cook it for another, let it on a light boil for 2 minutes. Once it gets to a light boil, we're going to cook it for another 2 minutes so the eggs cook. And that's going to be our base for our ice cream. We're going to put it in the freezer so it gets a lot cooler quicker. But then I have to make sure I check it every about 30 minutes and shake it up real good so it doesn't freeze around the edges and whatnot. So, that's the plan, guys. So our little buckling that was sold and gets to go to Idaho, he has his health check tomorrow, but by the time you guys are watching this video, he will be on the road all the way going up to northern Idaho. So it's going to be quite a climate change for him, but I think he'll do just fine. Are you ready, mister? We just got 2 more days with you. That's it. 2 more days, you'll be in Idaho. At least on your way to Idaho. So, he's all tattooed and ready for his check tomorrow, and he's a good boy. When you keep him around this long, you always end up missing him. Don't ya? You get attached. Yes. Especially when they're sweet. Sweet like you. Sweet like you. Yes. What? What? Aaron's gonna take us for a little ride. I swear, Dixie and Dana, they do not like this vehicle.
They're always in the way.
Because it's loud. But Darren has learned to drive this little stick around the yard. So he's been putting it to good use here on the homestead. Adding it into his chores and whatnot helps with chores. It makes them a little funner for you, doesn't it? Yes. So anyway, he knows how to back it up and everything. So he can load dirt, compost, take it over to the garden, that kind of thing, unload it, load it, all that good stuff. So, and yes, we did check. As long as he's here on the ranch, he does not have to have a license. So he does really good, and he enjoys it, naturally. What do you think?
It's fun.
He does a good job. Oh. So, just taking a lap around the yard.
Fun.
I was driving down the freeway, right? And then started pouring.
Speak up.
I was driving down the freeway, and then it started pouring, and then this broke, and then I fell in a ditch on the side of the highway. But no one thought it was a ditch on the side of the highway because no one knew where I was. But really, it was a ditch on the side of the highway. I'm good now. Lost all my check, paying for that crap. Great now. The end.
Alright, so I got our pepper jack wax. There's going to be no question which is the pepper jack. You can see all the peppers. But we got that wax, so we're all good there. And now we're going to make our ice cream. So I'm fortunate enough to have a KitchenAid, and I just have the ice cream attachment. I love it. Before I had the attachment, I actually had the hand crank ice maker, which also works if you have kids, especially because they just crank it there for you. So I'm going to get that in, pour in the ice cream in that. So here's our ice cream, hot cocoa ice cream base. Shake it up. It's nice and cool. Obviously you can't put it in here hot because that would ruin it. It's just going to ruin it. So I turn it on. And if you don't turn it on, it freezes in here when you pour it in. So you have to have this sucker spinning. You just pour it in there, and then it won't stick to the sides. It will freeze solid on the edges, and then your spinner won't work if you don't have it spinning when you pour it in. Alright, so we're going to leave that spin about 30 minutes, and it will be ice cream. So, it is about as frozen as it will get with the ice cream maker. You can eat it as is, like you have to eat it real quick, like right now, put it into dishes, or if you want it just a little bit more frozen, or to even store it, obviously, you're just going to put it in a Tupperware, which is what I'm going to do, because I'm not necessarily quite ready to eat it. Come here, child. Let a child eat the paddle. Then, if you can get this sucker off, there we go. Okay. So, I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it get just a little bit more frozen because we're not ready quite for dessert. We're about to eat dinner. But what I'm also going to do, because if I leave it in here like this and just put it in the freezer, say overnight or anything, it'll be like a rock. So, until we're ready to eat it, about every 20-30 minutes, I'm just going to give it a good stir. That way it'll keep it creamier, it'll keep it unseparated, it won't be a solid ice, if you will. So, there's our ice cream, guys.